Alright, hello, I'm Charlie Berry.
I'm Rock DeVay.
I'm Rhea Morganti. I'm Emily here.
And I'm Sahil Mittal, and we are Liquid Glue. So every day, the first thing I do in the morning is get on my phone after I wake up. And then, when I'm at school the entire day, I'm on my phone, my iPad, my computer doing work. And of course, the last thing I do before I go to sleep is use my device as well. How many of you guys have a similar routine?
Guilty.
Oh, you're not alone. In fact, the average teenager spends nearly 7.5 hours on their devices daily. And during all this time being on their devices, the devices are emitting a harmful ray of light called blue light, and 73% of young adults suffer from blue light symptoms like eye strain, headaches, and trouble sleeping, which parents are very concerned about. Out of the parents we talked to earlier this year, 70% said they were concerned or very concerned about blue light damage done to their children's eyes.
Our product, Liquid Blue, is the perfect solution to this problem. Liquid Blue is a silica-based liquid screen protector that you can spread on your device screen and let dry in order to form a layer that blocks harmful blue light and protects your device screen from damage. So how these screen protectors work is that the tiny glass particles in the solution of the product fill in the imperfections of the device screen to make it stronger than it was before.
So because the glass particles essentially become embedded in the screen, it generates much less plastic waste than the standard stick-on screen protector would. In this way, it's also much more cost efficient as it's in a liquid form, so you get multiple uses for the price of just one bottle. The application process is also much easier, as you wouldn't have to worry about things like air bubbles or alignment issues. And of course, there's an additive blue light blocking agent to help alleviate the blue light related symptoms.
So we have two main competitors, starting first with the OcuShield anti-blue light stick-on screen protector. Of course, their main benefit is that they block blue light, but they will break your bank. They're charging anywhere from $40 to $70 per screen protector. So if you have multiple devices, you could really be shelling out a lot of cash to protect all of your devices. And our other main competitor is the liquid glass liquid screen protector. So this is just your standard liquid screen protector. They don't have any blue light blocking benefits like we do, so that's where our product would trump theirs.
Our customer is Allison Brown. Allison is a mother of 3. They use about 10 total devices, and she is concerned about the amount of screen time her children spend on their devices, as well as concerned for their health.
Our total addressable market is around $12 billion, which represents the consumer electronics accessories market, which screen protectors fall under. Our serviceable addressable market is around $271 million, which represents the number of parents in the U.S. with household incomes of $100,000 or more, which is our customer segment. And finally, our market share is around $11.4 thousand, which we got from converting 5% of the number of parents in the Barrington School District, which we found from our MVP testing.
Alright, for our channels, we have our direct channel, which is our website. And then for our indirect channels, we have our main indirect channel, which is Amazon, which we factor the cost into our financial model, as well as we hope to move into Best Buy and cell phone stores in the near future, as well as local optometrist offices. Our cost of goods is around $10. We came to this price using websites like Alibaba. We are not sure on our manufacturing costs yet, however, we hope to hear back from them soon. We assume that it will be on the lower end of their price point due to we have a small amount of solution for our unit.
And our 1 unit price will be about $35. We got this price off of our customer feedback and our competitors' prices. And then that 1 unit of revenue leads us into a net profit of about $3,000 in year 1 and $180,000 in year 5. We're basing this off of an increase in marketing costs, and we'll be gaining more of a foothold in the screen protector and anti-blue light market, and we'll be reaching more customers.
The parts of the business model that we'll be testing with our MVPs are the price and the problem using our landing page MVP, and the solution using our physical demo MVP.
So for the past few months, we've made several changes to our landing page MVP site, such as trying out different price points to ultimately find the best one that consumers would be most willing to pay. We've mainly been advertising this landing page through sending out mass emails to parents around the school, including the link of the MVP page site. And then using the number of clicks to buy and email signups, we were able to gauge level of potential consumers and how that fluctuated as we made changes to our MVP landing page site. So then for our results, we received around a 5% conversion rate of people who clicked the website and then clicked the purchase button. We also found an optimal price of $34.99 where consumers would be most willing to pay for while still maintaining the value of our product.
And for our marketing, we used email ads and Instagram ads. Our email ads were significantly more efficient in reaching our customers, and they gave us a much higher conversion rate. And one example of one of our Instagram ads, they were not as effective in reaching our customers, so for the time being, we're going to be sticking with emailing our customers directly.
So the largest part of the MVP process was definitely actually creating the physical mock-up of the liquid screen protector solution. We started off by combining different blue light blocking agents into existing liquid screen protectors and then measuring the efficacy and capability of it to block the blue light emitted from the screens. We also sought more customer-based feedback on the application process and the model design of it. So what we found was that adding in blue light blocking agents into already made liquid screen protectors weren't as effective in terms of limiting the amount of blue light emitted from the screens. So we learned that we need the help of a manufacturer to kind of incorporate the blue light blocking agent earlier in the liquid screen protector manufacturing process. We also found that we needed to change our original design of a brush applicator into a dropper and a wipe, as you could more easily and accurately control the amount of liquid dispensed from the dropper.
So like Emily mentioned, we're going to need the help of the manufacturer to impart the blue light blocking agent earlier in the development process. So we came across the manufacturer Evelyn. They do different infrared and high energy visible light dyes. High energy visible light is another name for blue light. They combine those with different polymers, glasses, liquids, plastics. So currently we're in contact with their sales and technical team to get some pricing on how much manufacturing costs in terms of labor and also in terms of how much the actual agent would cost to put into our product. And so our valuation, we're going to be asking the board for $7,700. Our startup costs are $7,725, which includes our administrative costs of around $2,000, which is mostly focused on a utility patent, design patent, and some other legal items. Development is about $5,400. We're asking for this so we can do some more advanced R&D with the manufacturer and some money for our initial units so that we have enough stock to sell in the beginning, and also a little bit of money for marketing. We also have a liquidity cushion of $975. This is because we're not 100% sure what our manufacturing costs are yet, so we wanted to leave a little bit of money in them, so in case our estimates are wrong. And in total that comes out to $8,700, but we are only asking for $7,700 because we'd be willing to put in $1,000 ourselves. And so our total post-money valuation is $88,000. We're offering 8.7% of our company exchange for $7,700 of your money, with an IRR of 56.1% and a money multiple of 7.3. And eventually our exit strategy would be to sell to a financial buyer at the end of 5 or possibly more years.
Yeah, so we recently attended the CHSI pitch competition. We were top 5 out of 56 teams. We took home the $1,000 cash prize, and we will invest $1,000 into Liquid Blue. We are Liquid Blue. Protect your eyes, protect your screen. Liquid Blue is the choice for you.
Thought I saw in there that one unit covers 8 to 10 phones. So how does that, so if you divide that, so you're $3.50 a piece if you go by 10, how does that compare to the normal plastic covers that people have on their phones and the cover that would cover the block the blue?
Yeah, so there's the regular plastic ones, which, I mean, they can get pretty cheap, anywhere from $5 to $15 per. There's also the blue light blocking ones, which those can cost anywhere from $40 to $70. So let's say you have like an iPad, a computer, and a phone, you could be paying anywhere from $120 to $210 to protect all 3 devices.
Does this this also protect against breakage? You said it makes it stronger too?
Yeah, so it increases the hardness of the screen to protect against cracking and stuff.
How do you get it off? Do you need to ever
So-
get it off?
So they can be removed, but there wouldn't really be a reason to because it essentially becomes part of the screen. So you can't really see it at all once you apply it.
I think one of the comments that was made, and we might have addressed it then, so if we did, I'm sorry, but doing anything to a piece of original equipment might void warranties or whatnot. Could you refresh my memory what we discussed back then?
Yeah,
About that, what have you learned
Yeah,
about that?
the research we've done so far, it should not void any warranties because you're not going to see it on the screen. It becomes a part of the screen. So there's not. I mean, I've read multiple accounts of people taking their phones into stores and stuff and they haven't had any problems. Specifically to test that idea, does a liquid screen protector affect like a warranty or something like that?
Or trade-in value at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also your device feels the same as what it, like the screen itself. You're not gonna feel that it's on there, and it won't. It's gonna be practically invisible, but you're gonna know it's there for your protection.
Why wouldn't the manufacturers of screens already solve this problem by just, building a better, if it's as simple as for a couple cents, putting a new liquid coat on their screens, why wouldn't like Apple just incorporate that into the product if it's such a big problem?
So Apple currently has settings on their phones that allow you to change the color of the screen, like night mode and stuff, but what that does is it actually like tints your screen, so it makes it like more yellow or more orange. So they currently have something that does something like similar to what we're doing, but they're doing it as where they're changing the color of the screen, where we would not be.
Okay. And you mentioned around the efficacy, how are you measuring the efficacy of like whether it works or not?
Oh yeah, so we use this device called a spectroscope, which sort of like shows you a spectrum of the different wavelengths of light emitted, and then we look to see a decrease in the wavelength of blue light emitted with that device, and that's how we.
And you found that there was no difference?
Yeah,
It was very, very
there's
minor.
like.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was a bunch of statements made about your email campaigns being more effective than others. Can you quantify like how big of an outreach you made in terms of how many emails did you send out? And then there was reference to like 5% of them clicked into your webpage.
Yeah, so actually the 5% conversion rate is from how many people clicked to how many people either signed up or clicked the purchase now button, which took them to a sign up page
Okay.
because we didn't count.
So in order to get people to go to your website,
Yeah.
once they're on your website, 5% of them said yes. How do you get people to your website?
Like how many people did we reach out to?
Yeah, how did people find out about you?
Yeah, so we have the kind of like the master email list with all the parents from the district.
Yep.
So we were reaching out to them in bunches, sending them an email like, hey, we're looking blue, we do
How
this.
many of those emails did you send out?
Probably a lot of people, maybe sent out maybe like 1,500 total
Okay.
people.
And of those approximately 1,500, how many went to your webpage?
About 270.
270, and then 5% of that 270
Yes.
is
Went to the
what?
buy now.
Yeah.
Went to
Yeah,
the buy
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So whatever that is, how many real people said buy now?
It was 15.
15?
Yep.
Okay, that implies, 300 went there to get 15. Okay.
Can we talk about the development cost, because it seems like that's maybe the biggest risk point in all this. And how did you get comfortable that 5450 is going to be enough to create a product that right now is theoretical?
Yeah, so to be very honest, we're making an estimate there. I mean, we're not 100% sure on manufacturing costs yet, because we're just kind of in initial talks with the manufacturer. So the 450 was based off of like our first 2 or 3 months of like stock, how much we would need based off our current cost of goods to build up 2 or 3 months of stock.
spoken with the manufacturer about what, hey, give me a rough idea about what it costs to develop a new?
Yeah, originally they were saying anywhere, like, we were on the phone with them, and the person didn't sound 100% sure, but she was saying anywhere from like 300 to 500 per unit. So we have the $3 cost in there right now because our volume is so small. It's only like, what is it, 30 milliliters. So we put in that $3 cost right now, but we're not sure if there's any other additional costs. We're waiting on that.
Sorry, that's in terms of the variable cost of manufacturing, and I'm talking about the actual product development side, because a lot of these manufacturers sometimes they'll help the business develop the actual solution that will go on. So have you had any conversations with them about?
We're not at that point yet,
Okay.
which is why I just put that estimate in there.
When did you connect with the manufacturing company?
Last week, because we finished up our testing on we were still testing different agents to see if
Okay.
anything would work.
So
Yeah.
some of these questions, you just got
kind of-
connected to them
yeah.
last week?
Yeah, and that's just because we were finishing our MVP testing. We didn't realize that we would need a manufacturer until that point.
Any thoughts about people being afraid they're gonna ruin their device by, you know, I know the warranty thing is different, but just like, wow, did you guys try it on your phone?
Yeah, we didn't try it on our phones originally. We have just like old iPhones and stuff that we were testing it on. And we used them before and after, and there was no difference. Actually, I think we tested it on an iPad too.
You tested on my iPad?
Yeah.
So sensitivity didn't
Yeah,
diminish.
sensitivity didn't decrease. So it's basically just like an extra layer of glass. So it's not like a foreign substance.
Okay, and it didn't make the glass more brittle, so that when you inevitably drop it, it just shatters. Would you drop your old devices to try it?
Well, you're not solving for the strength thing, that's like a secondary.
Yeah,
thing, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's secondary benefit. And something we started researching as well is we actually bought a screen protector, and we applied it onto a glass screen protector on top of the screen, and that seemed to work as well. So that
That's a
helps
less
with
risky
solution. So
way.
if somebody has
Yeah.
somebody has a glass screen protector on
Yeah.
their screen, they're like, oh, I want blue light protection, they can just apply it.
Sure.
Hey, clearly your priority is to work with the product manufacturer to figure out, can this product be developed and does it work? Get that. But when you get to the point of selling it, one of the things that you mentioned in your market sizing is you referenced the Barrington area. I just don't think this is a product that should be sold geographically. Like, you're gonna sell it over your webpage, or you're gonna sell it over through Amazon. You don't have to think of like 60010 to make that happen. That's a big outreach, and unless it was going to be like sold in a store at a point of purchase and buy it, and you're only gonna do it in one little, or 2 or 3 different stores in Barrington, which I don't think you're gonna do.
Right. Yeah.
So, I wouldn't think local here.
I think overall. Yeah.
We were gonna expand on Amazon Seller,
Yeah.
and then as well, maybe in a few years to Best Buy and smartphone stores.
That'd be the goal eventually.
That'd
But
be
I
the
mean,
goal, yeah.
I understand what you're saying. So you don't want to focus just locally. That was just kind of a starting point for us. Yeah.
You also had half of your COGS was shipping. It's, $5 in that. So just, that is going to be very variable depending upon how you actually do that. So if you maybe back that out and consider that separately, some of your numbers will change quite a bit.
Okay.
So what are you thinking regarding the future of this team, this business?
Our business accelerator?
Do you want to continue this business? or
I
wanna
would
go-
want to move forward.
I want to move
I'll
I
continue.
think I'm gonna move on to something else, I guess.
So 4 out of 5.
I also recommend sugar gum.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank
Good
you.
job.